Today I back my Holm Oak that I've been growing from seed. It's been slow growing, and to be honest, this video is no different. This tree is maybe my slowest growing. It's certainly a contender anyway. I'm currently just letting it grow to hopefully get some thickness, which is why the branches are already quite long. Oh, and there's some random birch seedling that's appeared in the pot, so you'll probably see more development from this in this whole video compared to the oak. There's plenty of change in the birch in May, but the oak isn't really looking any different. I have no idea how many years this tree is going to be growing before I actually get to work on it, but I think it's going to be a lot. This is the 6th year, and most trees, even ones in tiny pots, would still be bigger than this. It's a cool species though, so I think it'll be worth the wait. In June there's actually some action. Can you see the lighter coloured buds? There are quite a few, which is always good to see. It may be slow, but certainly happy enough, and healthy, just very, very slow. By bringing in closer, you can see them properly. They're very pale and they're almost white. The new buds are a lot bigger in July, and a lot greener too, but they're still a much lighter colour. I'm just pulling off some of the old inner dead leaves. This tree is an evergreen, so it holds on to leaves for a couple of years before deciding to drop them. And the ones here have dried up and gone brown, so I'm just pulling them off. It's nothing to worry about. I'm hoping the tree has reached the point where it's got enough size now that it will actually be able to push out a good lot of growth, start making some quick progress over the next few years. In August, the birch seems to have lost all its leaves, so I'm not sure what happened to that. I guess it dried out, but the oak is fine, it seems happy enough. In September it's probably stopped growing. The new leaves are still quite pale. I thought they might have gone a bit darker by this point, but I'm sure that's just what it does normally. As it's an evergreen, there's no dramatic colour change in October, but I think it is starting to look like an actual tree, sort of. The trunk is still tiny, but I'm liking it. In November, there's not a lot going on, but there is a big mushroom growing in there, so that's always cool to see. And of course the birch has lost all its leaves. Here's a close-up of the mushroom. It is touching the trunk, but it's sort of growing next to it, so I'm sure that's fine. In February it's still dormant and it needs pruned, but I'm just going to leave it. When it starts waking up, I will have to repot it, as this plastic pot is sort of crumbling now, and it won't last much longer. It's going to be more of a slip pot than my usual root hacking, so I'm just going to leave the top alone just so it can get thicker. And here it is now. No signs of life yet, but I'm sure it'll be growing soon. Thanks for watching, see you next time.